So the third unit is the commercial production, and in the last lecture I was explained tubers or a potato. Okay, the Solanum tuberism or it's belong to family Solanaceae. जिसका हमने introduction, climatic requirements, edaphic conditions, then varieties, propagation में method of propagation, planting, then manuring, irrigation, ये सब हमने देखे थे, है ना? Next is the aftercare, pest and disease control, harvesting, yield, storage. These are the points included in the potato tubers. Next is the fruit. So in fruit, first is the mango. So the botanical name of mango is Mangifera indica. Okay, botanical name is a Mangifera indica, and the family is Anacardiaceae. Anacardiaceae is the family of the mango. Okay, so commercial production हमको देखना है, means what is the commercial production of mango? Mango is the dried fruit of India, है ना? Wonderful changes are observed in case of its taste from immature to mature fruits. And in production, nutritive value and popularity is leading in all these fruits. So anacardiaceae, or we can say the mango, is the most important commercially grown fruit crop of the country, and it is called the king of fruits. Mango is the king of the fruits, and India has the richest collection of mango cultivars. Is the India is the richest collection of the mango cultivar. So cultivation of mango is believed to have the originated in uh, Asia. So mango is being cultivated in Southern Asia for a nearly 6,000 years. Okay. So next is the climatic requirement. What is the climatic requirement for the mango? So mango is a typical crop. It's require a warm and humid climate, right? Mango के लिए जो है climate कैसा होना चाहिए? Humid climate होना चाहिए. So mango is a typically crop. It requires warmth and humid climate and groups well enough at the 24 degrees, so 24 degrees Celsius is temperature. Climatic requirements का temperature कितना होना चाहिए? 24 degree Celsius. Next is the edaphic requirements. A well drained, fairly deep, means 2 meter loamy or a rich in organic matter is the best, and the pHR range between the 5.5 to 6.7 range होना चाहिए pH का. Okay, so pH range is 5.5 to 6.7. This is the edaphic requirement. Next is the variety. There are different varieties of mango are present in India. Anyone knows? Tell me any one variety name of the mango. Yes, I'm asking a question now.
Hapus.
Apus. Okay. So the variety are like Alphonse, then Amarpali, Ratna, Pairi. Okay. Varieties में भी different varieties होते हैं, like a table varieties, then juice varieties, pickle varieties. Mango are used for as a juice, then used as a pickle, है ना? Pickle production के लिए भी use होता है, like for the pickle varieties, Kand or Sindhu. These varieties are used for the pickle preparation, and for the juice, Dudfidu or a Pairi is used for the juice varieties. Okay, next is the propagation. So method of propagation, mango can be propagated by sexual or asexual method. There are two methods of propagation of mango. Means one is the sexual method, other is the asexual method. Sexual method is that seeds or Seminal propagation. Okay, sexual method is also called as a seminal propagation, and it show a high variation and even a crop inferior variety, and it is long pre-bearing age. मेथड इज शो हाई वेरिएशन मीन्स यहाँ पे सेक्चुअल मेथड में वेरिएशन हमको ज्यादा मिलेगा and the crop inferior varieties है. So and the asexual method to get a true to type and early production commercially mango is propagated by asexually. Okay. Next point is the approach grafting. So approach grafting 1 year old root stock is used for the grafting, right? Everyone knows what is the process of grafting. What is the method of grafting? What we use for the grafting? Yes, scion and stalk is used for the grafting, right? भूल गए what we use for the grafting process? Scion and stalk. So 1 year old root stock is used for the grafting by scion attach method. Okay, scion attachment method. Then next is there are different type of grafting like approach grafting. अब मैं approach grafting बोल रही हूँ तो वहाँ पे क्या use कर रहे हैं for the approach grafting 1 year old root stock is used for the approach grafting by scion attachment method. But next is the Wiener grafting. सारे ग्राफ्टिंग के मेथड जो हम लोग ने पढ़े लास्ट इसमें सो नेक्स्ट इज द विनर ग्राफ्टिंग विनर ग्राफ्टिंग मीन्स 2 months or a 2 year old root stock is used for the grafting by scion detached method. In the winner grafting scion detached method is used. Next is the stone grafting. So stone grafting is done by wedge method on just germinate stalk when leaves are pink. So stone grafting में stone grafting is done by a wedge method on just germinated stalk when leaves are pink. Germinated stalk used होती है for the stone grafting. Okay. Next is this is the propagation method of mango. Method of propagation means there are two type of method means sexual method or asexual method. Sexual method show a high variation or even a crop inferior varieties. Then next is the asexual method. Asexual method means true to type and early production and commercial mango is propagated sexually. So there are three types of grafting is used in the propagation method means approach grafting, Wiener grafting or the stone grafting. These three type of grafting are used in the propagation. Next is the plantation. So plantation means a plantation distance कितना होना चाहिए? What is the distance of plantation? At 10 to 10 meter distance plantation method. Distance कितना है 10 into 10 and the plantation method done in pits 1 into 1 into 1 meter which are filled with 2 to 3 kg single superphosphate at the bottom and the mixture to get soil and compost. Okay, this is the plantation method. Next is the season of plantation. So what is the correct season for the plantation? कौन सा सीजन में हमको प्लांटेशन करना चाहिए सो द प्लांटेशन planting of graft is done in June to July. This season is very best for the plantation. Okay, means planting of graft is done in June to July in this month then area, while in Konkan it is done in August to September. मीन्स जो घाट एरिया होती है वहां पे कब होता है वाइल इन कोकन एरिया इट इज डन इन अगस्त टू सितंबर आफ्टर मेनी हैवी रेन्स. आफ्टर हैवी रेन्स वहां पे सीजन जो प्लांटिंग सीजन होता है वो कब होगा फ्रॉम अगस्त टू सितंबर. नेक्स्ट इज द मैन्योर एंड फर्टिलाइजर्स. So manure and fertilizers are used for the plantation, right? So it first year, tree should be supplemented 10 kg of farmyard manure. Everyone knows farmyard manure. Okay, what is the farmyard manure? So in first year, tree should be supplemented 10 kg farmyard manure and 100 grams N2. Okay. नाइट्रोजन वहाँ पे यूज होता है 50 grams. Next is the potassium. Okay. So dose should be increased with age bearing tree of the 10 year. तो ट्री के अकॉर्डिंग वहाँ पे उसको फर्टिलाइजर प्रोवाइड किया जाता है. नेक्स्ट इज द इरिगेशन. सो ग्राफ्ट आफ्टर प्लांटिंग are required to be irrigated frequently. Irrigation होना चाहिए वहाँ पे. Graft after the planting are required to be irrigated frequently till the root establish. कब तक करना है? Root establish तक. So the mango irrigated need irrigation about 4 to 5 years after a planting. Okay. So planting material like a mango can be propagated from seeds or a propagated vegetatively. Plant are generally propagated vegetatively by using a several techniques. There are three techniques are used. First is the Wiener grafting, enarching or epicotyl grafting. Okay, so these grafting are used for the planting. Next is the planting season. So planting season में मैं आपको explain की हूँ which is the correct time of planting. Hmm? So season is June to July, and in the Konkan area it is August to September. Then spacing कितना होना चाहिए? The planting distance is 10 meter into 10 meter and 12 meter into 12 meter, and in dry and moist zone respectively. ड्राई और मॉइस्ट जोन वहाँ पे यूज होता है. इन द मॉडल स्कीम स्पेसिंग of 8 meter. Okay. Then training of planting means training of plants in the initial stage of growth, and very important to give them a proper shape, especially in cases where the graft has a branched too low. Okay, next is the irrigation. So the frequency and amount of irrigation to be provided depend on the type of soil. According to soil वहाँ पे irrigation होगा. Okay, so the frequency and the amount of irrigation to be provided depend on the type of soil, prevailing climatic condition, rainfall and its distribution, and lastly the age of the tree. So the irrigation are depend on these factors. So no irrigation is required during the monsoon months unless there are long spell of droughts. So the frequent irrigation during 2 to 3 months prior to the following seasons is not advisable, as it is likely to promote vegetative growth at its expense of flowering. So irrigation should be given at 50% field capacity, and generally intercrop are grown during the early year of plantation. Okay. So frequency and method of irrigation has to be adjusted accordingly. And the methods usually follow for irrigating mango plants is the basin irrigation. Which irrigation is used for the mango plant? Basin irrigation. Okay. So, however, use of drip irrigation will not only reduce the water requirement but will also help in fertigation or in root zones of the plants. Okay. And next is the aftercare. So, irrigation and pruning is very important in aftercare. Okay, irrigation process is very important, and so dead and diseased branches are removed. This is the pruning process, right? Dead and diseased branches are removed. Plant are trimmed to open the center system. Like Laranthus parasites are removed, and the flowering, fruiting, and care of inflorescence. First year flowering is graft is removed, and tree should be allowed to flower after 4 years. So this is the aftercare. Okay. Next is the harvest. So after setting, the fruits become ready for the harvest. Okay, means in 3 to 4 months, means after setting the fruit become ready for harvest in 3 to 4 months. The unpaired fruits harvest, then it will be ripe. So this is the harvest process. Next is the yield. So the average production of Alfonso, this is the variety of mango, is 300 to 500 fruit per tree in that 6 to 10 tons hectare. Okay. Yield कितनी होती है उसकी? The average production of Alfonso mango is 300 to 500 fruit per tree and is that 6 to 10 tons per hectare. This is the yield. Then storage is the fruit are packed in various containers, boxes, and stored out all at the cold temperature. स्टोरेज कहाँ पे करते हैं उसको? कोल्ड टेम्परेचर पे स्टोर किया जाता है. मीन्स द फ्रूट आर पैक्टेड इन वेरियस कंटेनर्स लाइक और डिफरेंट बॉक्सेस एंड स्टोर एट cold temperature. Okay, so this is the commercial production of mango. Firstly क्या देखे हमने? Introduction of mango. And what is the botanical name? What is the family of mango? Means botanical name is the Mangifera indica. Family is Anacardiaceae. Then introduction, introduction. What is the climatic requirement? Edaphic requirement. Then varieties. Next is the propagation. So method of propagation. There are two method of propagation: sexual method and asexual method. Sexual method shows the high variation. Asexual method is a true to type and early production. And next is the there are three method of grafting is used in these propagation, means approach grafting, Wiener grafting, or the stone grafting. So these three methods are used. These three grafting method are used for the propagation. And next is the plantation. So plantation distance, plantation method. Okay. Next is the season of plantation, then manure and fertilizer. Which fertilizer is good for the mango trees? So next is the irrigation process. Next is aftercare, pest and disease, harvest, yield, storage. Okay, समझ में आया सबको?